Well, ladies and gents, Activision and Blizzard, shit's hitting the fan. They got a Blizzard shitstorm. They're being sued again. They've got another lawsuit on their hands. It's quite insane, quite frankly. This is actually from the US Equal Employment Opportunities Commission, the EEOC. Yeah, they're being sued by like some government commission, basically. Mental. Actually mental. You'd think that they'd, catch the drift that they need to sort themselves out, but apparently not. So Activision Blizzard has another government lawsuit on its plate with the US Equal Employment Opportunity Commission suing the Call of Duty, Overwatch and World of Warcraft publisher for workplace harassment and discrimination yesterday. That was on Monday, so yesterday. The suit filed after a 3-year investigation, so not a short one. They've been investigating them for 3 years. Can you imagine the shit that they have learned about Activision and Blizzard after 3 years? Wow. Now that alleges that Activision Blizzard's female employees were subject to sex-based discrimination, including harassment based on their gender, along with retaliation for complaining about sex-based discrimination. The file also alleges that female employees were paid less than their male counterparts. Now, I'm going to assume, and this is an assumption, that when they say male counterparts, it is a like-for-like job, and they are doing like-for-like work. Because if that is the case, that's wrong. We can all agree with that. If you are literally doing exactly the same job, exactly the same hours, yeah, and also the same output is there, you should get paid the same. Like, we can all agree with that. If you're not doing the same hours, but you're doing the same job, no, you shouldn't get paid the same because you're not doing the same stuff. That's just a fact. I'm sure we can all agree with that. But yeah, Jesus. I mean, sex-based discrimination, I'm not sure. Obviously, it doesn't really go into massive amounts of detail in terms of what that actually is. But it's pretty big. Like, this is pretty big stuff. A 3-year investigation would have found out an awful lot of stuff. The EEOC demands that Activision Blizzard institute and carry out policies, practices and programs to ensure equal employment opportunities and which eradicate the effects of its past and present unlawful employment practices. Now, I believe the US actually has less stringent employment law, as far as I'm aware, in terms of all of this, than the UK does. So it is interesting, and it'll be surprising to see what they're actually being asked to implement. And also what they've broken the law on, because the UK's employment law is pretty tight. I know the USA is quite different. Now, the demands also include compensating employees affected by the harassment and discrimination with back pay and damages. This could cripple the company. Like, actually cripple them. These companies, these sort of, AAA companies, only make... Well, they make money on the biggest of titles. And the margins seem to be not massive. Like, the margins for making profit and it's not huge. And if they're going to have to do, compensation, back pay, damages, it genuinely could cripple them. But again, we don't know the ins and outs of it yet. Now, Monday's lawsuit comes just a couple months after the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing alleged that Activision Blizzard allegedly allowed a frat boy workplace culture. What does that even mean? We're all just getting pissed up and like banging the women employees. Like, what is that? What does that even mean? I'm amazed they're allowed to have that in a lawsuit. That is a fairly undefinable sort of allegation. I mean, you could define it, but it's not defined there, is it? It's a frat boy workplace culture. Okay. What? So what? Like, what does that even mean? Now, the July lawsuit also claims that executives sexually harassed women and male employees, openly joked about rape and drank alcohol while engaging in inappropriate behaviour towards women. It was further alleged. That's obviously pretty bad. Jokes and things like that about those kind of things. I'm fairly down the line on things like this. I think the audience defines what is actually funny. I think jokes like that, of that nature in a workplace, is very inappropriate. Like, it's not professional, is it? Jokes like that with your mates, fine, don't see the issue. Like, we've all joked about pretty inappropriate things with our friends. But in a workplace environment, yeah, like, those kind of jokes are not right. But if they're all getting pissed up, like, they're all just drinking alcohol, I can see why. Because they're just all intoxicated by the sounds of it. How do they even get any work done? Jesus. Anyway, it's baffling. Anyway, since the July lawsuit, Activision Blizzard's current and former employees organised a walkout to protest against the gaming giant's working conditions. And just days after the July lawsuit and the wide-reaching protest, Activision Blizzard saw an executive reshuffling, with President J. Allen Brack stepping down from his post, bringing in Jen O'Neill and Mike Ibarra, coming in as co-leads. Shortly after Brack's exit from Activision Blizzard, former HR exec Jesse Mishuk departed the gaming company. So lots of people going, shit, we need to jump ship now, basically. Now, Monday afternoon, Activision Blizzard settled with the EEOC, noting in a statement, so they got a lawsuit happened and they're like, yeah, we'll settle. In the statement that it has committed to create an $18 million fund to compensate and make amends to the suit's claimants. $18 million. Wow. That's mental. They want this gone immediately. There is no place anywhere at our company for discrimination, harassment, or unequal treatment of any kind. And I am grateful to the employees who bravely shared their experiences. I am sorry that anyone had to experience inappropriate conduct, and I remain unwavering in my commitment to make Activision Blizzard one of the world's most inclusive, respected, and respectful workplaces, said Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick. Yeah, I mean, look, a whole bunch of people have very clearly just jumped ship. They've gone, right, let's get out of here now. We are done. We need to get out of this place immediately. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, obviously those people will face no comeuppance for their part in allowing that sort of behaviour to go ahead, which even led to that lawsuit being filed. And yet, Activision Blizzard still has to settle, which does make sense. Like, of course they do. But they don't. The individuals involved at the sort of senior level have already left, which is a bit of a shame. And like I say, you know, jokes about that nature and things like that. I'm not a stickler. Like, I think anything can be funny, right? Lots of things can be funny, but I think there's a time and a place for it. And that, you know, in a workplace environment's probably not the best. You're probably an idiot if you're joking about stuff like that at work. It's not professional. It is what it is. But there you go, guys. What do you guys think? I was surprised it was only 18 million. I was expecting it to be a little bit more. But $18 million, you think how many games you have to sell to make $18 million? It's quite a lot, actually. So, yeah. Especially when the gaming industry is going downhill more and more. Especially AAA games, because the margin for profit and loss is, you know, well, you have to make a lot of money, basically. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Would love to hear your thoughts. Also, just as a heads up, like, September's a really weird month for YouTube, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this. I did a live stream last night. Lots of people asking about videos I've already made, like topics that I've made videos on. If you stop watching the channel for like a few days, boom, YouTube will just stop recommending it to you. So please do just, you know, drop in and just watch a, you know, a video here or there, or, you know, hit that subscribe and the bell notifications. It may help, obviously, get you the content. I'm only saying this because people were genuinely asking about topics I'd already covered. So there is the desire. But yeah, just as a quick aside. But thanks so much. Hit that like button. Take care.